guys, what's up? It's Martay. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time. How are you doing? I'm not gonna lie, I have slept on creating content, mostly because it's been a huge transitional time for me. I was in therapy and my therapist was like, Martay, do you realize it has been a crazy amount of transition for you? Just so you know, if you haven't been following at all, like you're not following me on Instagram, which if you want, content on there is completely different. Please follow me, Martay Music. I'll put little right here. But I've gotten married. I got married last October, so it's been about 8 months now. 8 months since that happened. I switched churches. Things changed for me, like in the job world and musically. And so I wanted to really come through because it's been a long time. And I wanted to talk about this song that I just released called Miss You. Miss You is a really fun song. It's so different. And I just wanted to talk about it. I want to talk about what God is doing in my life, where we're going with my music. And when I say we, I actually am working with people. Like I have a team, a small team, which is crazy to think. So let's start with Miss You. Miss You came out June 17th. If you haven't heard it, you need to go stream it because I love Miss You. Miss You is a song I wrote in the shower, which is not uncommon for me. Yeah, I wrote my song Ghost in the shower. I write a lot of songs in the shower, guys. And so I wrote this song in the shower and I was just in this place of feeling really busy. And I don't know about you, but when I feel really busy, I feel stretched and I feel like I don't get a lot of God time, which is often true. Like, and in the past season that I just came out of, I was a musician in the house of prayer here in the Midwest. And so I was singing to the Lord 2 hours plus a day sometimes, like literally singing to him on a worship set with a band of like 14 people. It was incredible. I did that for almost 2 years. Crazy, right? And then the Lord, if you've seen my video 333, the Lord just called me out of that like in an instant, and I started worship directing and I started doing all this stuff. And then most recently I stepped down from that, got married, new church, new adventure, new place to stay, new stuff professionally, all this stuff all at once. And so it's been busy. It's been a crazy transition, probably the biggest one I've ever done in my whole life. And I found myself in the shower just singing out, because I sing out. When I feel something, I sing it. It's weird, but I think I sing more sometimes than I talk. It's just what it is. I was singing out, I really miss you. No one else can love me like the way you do. I was like, that's actually really good. That's really, really good. I like that chorus. If I like it, I like it. It might not be the best chorus, but if I like it, I like it. So I'm like, that's good. And so I just kept singing it throughout the shower. And then I eventually got out, right? And I went straight to my phone. I recorded a voice memo like most of us do when we're writing songs. And I vowed to go get some music that would fit with it. I work with a really incredible producer named Custom, and I went straight to him and found this really cool song that felt like instrumentally would fit perfectly under it. If you notice, and you've been following me for some time, this song is very dancey, like EDM almost. I think it's EDM, it's not almost, it is EDM. And that's because I feel a call in this season, you guys, to position myself as an artist, a vocalist in the dance music industry. And in the past, it's been primarily, I would say, hip hop, R&B, worshipy music for me, and I still love those. I am a soul, like genre-wise, I love soul music, R&B. That is like my heart, that's where I live. But I also love dance music and pop music, and I realize that there's not a lot of Christians there, especially dance musicians, dance vocalists, DJs, all of that. First of all, there's not a lot of vocalists there, number one. So definitely an open door for vocalists, but like number two, there's not a lot of Christians there. And I actually didn't come up with this on my own. I remember a PR agency reached out to me who's located in the UK. Super cool people actually. And they were like, Martay, we want to work with you. And I was like, oh, I used to say no to things like that. I'm like, it's okay, I'm okay. I really don't need your help because I feel like it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel right. And so, but this time, I prayed about it. I always kind of like say a prayer, even if it's not like super deep. I'll be like, God, do you want me to work with them? And I said a prayer this time and the Lord was like, I really want you to work with them. And I kind of like let it be. And then the Lord just kept bringing it up in my thoughts, in my mind. and my prayer times when I'm walking. And I just knew I had to work with these guys, and it just made sense. I actually didn't even think about like being positioned as a dance music artist until I started working with them. And they brought it to me like, hey, do you know there's an open hole here? And I'm like, wow, there's an open hole here. And the Lord is like, yes, there is. And there's an open spiritual hole here too. And I want you to go there, and I want you to do that. And so I am on this journey. It is wild. I'm glad you guys are here with me. Make sure if you're new here for the first time, you subscribe, because this is gonna be a journey. Right now I'm working with them. We are just working on press, positioning myself as a dance artist, because I've never really been positioned that way or seen that way. And so lots of just collaborations with different press outlets in that aspect. And then we're gonna start working on collaborations, and that's happening this month, and that's really wild. And so I'm just believing that the Lord will get his glory through all of this, and that I will get to just kind of like ride the Lord's coattails. You know, like I'm here for the fun, I'm here to give him glory, I'm here to do my part, you know what I mean? And of course I work hard, but I'm like, Lord, whatever you need, your girl is here. And I think he really receives that. And so he knew that I was willing to jump in and do this, and it's wild. I never saw myself doing this, but then I was like, this makes a lot of sense. It just feels right. I love EDM, I love dance music, I love house music. I've always loved these types of music. I would play them low key, like in my car all the time, and I just never thought that I would be someone to produce music like that. So Miss You is definitely one of my first songs like that. The actual first song that I intentionally crafted like that was the remix to my song that came out 2 months ago called Long Way Home. And that's also produced by Custom. He's phenomenal. Thank you, Custom. Somebody called it like super bass sounding, and there's a lot of terms in the dance music industry, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was a genre. Between me and you. I was like, yeah, super bass. That's what I wanted to come through and tell you about. I'm back. I'm creating content on the regular now. It's not easy, but your girl is back. And yeah, I feel like I feel peace in my transition. Like I feel like I'm done transitioning, if that makes sense. And so that means I'm back. That's cool. So be on the lookout. I'm recording songs, a lot of dance music coming your way. My goal is still to record 1 song per month, and I'm trying to revamp Tay Talk Tuesdays. And so I'm just here for it. If you guys have anything you want to talk about on Tay Talk Tuesdays, let me know. Your girl is back. Bye.